Hey team, how are we doing? Back with another video. So today I'm going to talk about comfort eating, because I have comfort eated over the last 7 weeks, believe me, and I'm not happy with myself. So I thought I'd look into it, figure out what it's all about, and then share my thoughts and knowledge with you guys. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to go through a few things. I'm going to go through what is emotional hunger and what is physical hunger, and how you can determine the difference between the two. And then I'm going to give you some strategies to help you overcome comfort eating and become a better person, because you know this is what it's all about. It's becoming a better version of yourself. It's achieving success, achieving your goals, getting happiness in there. So what is comfort eating? Comfort eating is when you're stressed, or you're sad, or you're stroppy, or you know you've split up with someone. Look at Bridget Jones. She sits on the couch with red wine and ice cream. That's comfort eating. Okay. There's two different types of hunger. There's emotional hunger and there's physical hunger. Okay. Emotional hunger, which is what you crave and you comfort eat with, comes on all of a sudden. Okay, it comes straight on you straight away, and you start to crave carbs, you start to crave fats, and you can't stop thinking about it. You need it there and then, and you're constantly thinking about it. The reason why you crave high carbs, high fat, is because these are the things like the bad foods, so the pizzas, the crisps, the cakes, the biscuits, you know, chocolate. Because what these do is these stimulate your serotonin and your dopamine hormone levels in the system, okay, which is your happy hormone. So by you having that, and you've had it in the past before, you know it makes you happy, you're going to do it and continuously do it because you've got into that habit. Another thing with comfort eating is you'll eat quickly. You'll try and get it into your mouth, and you won't pay attention, which then this and the tummy don't work together, and this doesn't tell the tummy that we're full, or the tummy doesn't tell the brain that we're full, and we just keep eating until we feel sick. It's a vicious circle, because you start off at the top and you're sad, you're stroppy, you know, you're stressed. You comfort eat, which makes you feel happy. You then realise what you've just done, which brings you back to the top again. So it's a vicious circle, and we need to get out of this circle round about here before we start comfort eating. So physical hunger then. We know what emotional hunger is. We crave the bad foods and it comes on quickly. Physical hunger is a sign that our body needs energy, basically, okay, and it comes on completely different. It will come on gradually, and there's a few signs that you can look at that will deter which it is. Your tummy will start growling. Have you ever had that? You know, first thing in the morning or halfway through the day. It's normally in the afternoon, isn't it? Where your tummy starts growling. That's physical hunger. That's the body saying, I need some energy here. Also, you'll feel quite weak or lightheaded. Have you ever done a gym session or a gym class and you've not had lunch, or you've not had your breakfast, and you get that funny dizziness in your head? That's physical hunger. That's your body craving the nutrients that it needs to be able to fuel you through the day, through the meeting, through the workout, whichever, okay? So emotional hunger comes on straight away, and you just crave things, sweet stuff, bad stuff. Physical hunger will come on gradually. You'll feel weak or lightheaded, or you'll start to hear that growling in your tummy. Now, comfort eating is a learned behaviour. We're not born with the comfort eating habit in us. If a baby cries, what do? We feed it. Okay. If we were ever upset as a child, what did Granny and Grandpa do? They used to give us sweets. If we ever went to the school nurse, what did we get? I used to get a lollipop or a sweet. So it's a habit that we've kind of picked up from when we were kids, and 9 times out of 10 adults will bring it into their adult life, and this is where it sticks. So 3 steps to try and help this and get out of that vicious circle of comfort eating, so we can move on and we can, you know, maintain our weight or decrease our weight, or, you know, be healthy on ourselves. You know, eating rubbish food, you're not going to feel positive. You're not going to feel energised. You're not going to be able to do a full day's work without feeling lethargic and tired. So start off by figuring out what it is. Is it emotional hunger or is it physical hunger? Now, what I want you to do is draw a line on a piece of paper and mark it from 1 to 10, okay? Put it in your diary, on a plain piece of paper, whatever. Rank it as 10 as being you are absolutely stuffed, to 1 is you are absolutely starving, okay? And every time that hunger comes up, try and rate yourself on that line. The higher end you are, okay, that's emotional hunger. The lower end you rate it, that's physical hunger, okay? So if we've now figured out that we are at the emotional end, so we're on the verge of comfort eating, we need to then take a step back, take a deep breath, and figure out what is the negative thought that's caught. So you're identifying the trigger, basically. So we need to know what is the negative thought that's made us start to think about comfort eating. You know, it could be, like I say, a split in a relationship. It could be you've just got out of an awful meeting. Whichever. Figure out what that trigger is. You then need to look at the emotion. So, is it making you sad, unhappy, stressed, frustrated? Okay. Figure out what that negative thought is making you feel. Do you feel unloved? Figure it out. Write it down. So now that we've got the trigger, now that we've got the emotion, what we can then do is meet that emotional need. So, for example, if we're stressed, we then need to take some time out, take a walk in the sun, take 5 minutes out on your own. If you've had a stressful meeting, again, you just need to take yourself out of the way. So once you've figured out your trigger and your emotion, you then need to put into place something that's going to help you. Not food, okay? This is the whole idea now. It's not food, it's other things. You know, it might need you to take half an hour out and go and do a workout or punch a punch bag. It's going to be better than comfort eating. And by that time, after you've done what you need to do, you're probably then going to be physically hungry, so you're going to eat proper food, not crave the bad food, okay? So just to recap, comfort eating is when we eat rubbish, okay? And afterwards, it's like a vicious circle. We're sad, you know, we eat, we're happy, but then we realise what we've done, and then we come back to the top and we're sad again, so it's repeating that circle, okay? So we're not going to have energy, we're going to be putting weight on, we're not going to be happy. There's 2 types of hunger, emotional and physical, okay? Emotional comes on really quickly, and we crave the good foods, so the bad foods, so pizzas, chocolate, biscuits, because that's improving or increasing our serotonin and dopamine levels, which makes us happy. Physical hunger comes on gradually, okay? We get the growling of the tummy, we get the lightheadedness, we get the weakness, all right? That's the 2 different things. And then the 3 steps are finding out whether it is emotional or physical with your 1 to 10 scale. Once we know that it's comfort eating, we then need to strap it down and look at the trigger, identify the trigger, okay? So just take a step back. What's caused this negative thought? What emotion am I feeling? Is it sad? Is it upset? Is it frustrated? And then what do I need to do to deal with that emotion, deal with that trigger, okay? Do I need to go get a hug off a friend or something to make me feel loved? Anything like that, but do not eat. I hope it's helped. Doing the research has kind of helped me a little bit, so hopefully I'll be back on track over the next few weeks. And yeah, have a good Thursday, and I'll see you soon, guys. Take it easy.